Good morning everyone. So this video has been a long time coming. So this is a video my good friend Dave Lockwood, who was awesome and lives over in Vegas, and he took the afternoon off to have Five Brothers burgers and fries with me and to drive me around and show me different parts of Vegas and just tell me some cool stories and tell me about himself, and yeah, just show me some areas of Vegas that I definitely wouldn't have seen, just sort of walking around like the tourist that I was. But so much fun, and so sorry, Dave, that this video has been such a long time coming, but many more American videos coming up, and hopefully another trip to the States next year. Alright guys, let's check it out. Well, seeing as we're already filming, we may as well do the questions, because okay. I have a feeling we'll just keep doing laps again like what we've been doing all afternoon. Okay, so hi everyone, it's Pat from Pat David Music, and we've got Dave here, and it's so nice of him to take an afternoon off, have a meal with me, and then drive around Vegas. So this is what we're looking at currently. Everything is so big. You know, you guys might be used to this over in the States. This is definitely nothing like what I'm used to. I have nothing at home to compare to any of this at all. And we just thought, you know what, since we're here, I could just ask Dave a few questions. But yeah, definitely thank you so much again for taking the afternoon off.
Hey.
Especially after coming off night shift.
It's my pleasure.
Very nice of you.
You're a guest in my country, and you only deserve the best.
Thank you so much. Well, if you ever come down with your family to Australia, you can expect nothing but the royal treatment, man.
Excellent.
Or if one of my brother's films plays here, you know, the red carpet.
There you go.
For sure.
That would be excellent.
That would be really cool. The next one might be coming out at the end of the year, so that would be pretty cool.
Very cool.
But, so let's just ask you some questions about what it's like living in this area where, you know, every corner there's something completely different, and all the different themes, like we're coming up now like to the Paris themes and the Venice and all that stuff. It's just so unique. So what made you want to come down here in the first place and bring your family and work down here?
Well, it wasn't so much any of this, but it was more the fact that you could afford, the cost of living here is much lower than where I came from in San Diego.
Yep.
So you know, yeah, there's a lot to see and do here as well, but this really had nothing to do with the decision to come here.
Well, I was so foolish because I didn't even know that there were suburbs here. I don't know what I was thinking, because I'd only ever seen like the giant hotels. So I don't know. I guess I didn't even think about the thousands of people that work here.
Yeah.
And obviously they have to live somewhere.
Yeah, well there's...
I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe they had their own little hotels out the back or something.
I think the population of the Las Vegas area is around 2 million people. So yeah, it really is big.
Yeah, it's huge. And it's like when I came off the plane, the first thing you see is like slot machines. So
of course.
So you're like, oh yeah, okay, we're here.
Well, how do you think we pay for our schools?
It's everything's so crazy. And so what? Let's ask you like some guitar gear questions, because they're always fun.
All right.
Well, I've got this amazing backdrop. What's your favorite guitar to play at the moment?
Well, my favorite that I own.
If you had to pick one, yeah, that you own. Yeah, at the moment, not past guitars that you have at the moment.
Okay, at the moment, I have to say it's my Chapman ML1.
Why is that?
I don't know what it is about that guitar, but every time you pick it up, it wants to be played. The fretwork on it, I mean, as far as like construction, fit and finish, it's second to none.
Yeah.
I love the way the neck feels. I love the neck profile.
Well, I thought you got the coolest color, by the way.
Yeah, the trans black.
Yeah, I think that's the best.
But you know, it's still, the scale length is still odd for me because I'm a Les Paul guy. Mm-hmm. But I really enjoy playing that guitar. I really do.
I think it'd be really cool if like next year they brought out same ML1, just like 3 more colors. I think that would be really cool. Like,
well, I think
blue,
the
white.
satins.
Yeah, satin. That would be cool. Gloss is cool too.
I did come really close to buying a Fender.
Yeah.
Satin.
Yeah.
One of the satin blue ones.
Well, thank goodness even just the necks are satin.
Yes.
You know, because I wouldn't have bought one if it was a gloss.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What was the Fender that you were looking at? Do you remember?
It was a Telecaster.
Yep.
It was one of the satin. I can't remember what they were called. It was a.
Was it
was a made in Mexico one.
Was it the road worn?
No.
Okay.
No.
So this
personally, I wouldn't buy one of those.
Okay.
But
I'm trying to remember the series. Yeah, I can't remember.
It was like just a traditional Telecaster, but it had the satin fit. In fact, it came in 4 different, really strange colors.
Yeah.
One I think was called Arizona Sun or something like that.
Oh.
I mean, there was like an orangish red.
Yep.
A yellow, kind of goldish one.
Yep.
They were the satin. It was, and they had a blue one.
Yep.
And I can't remember if there was another color, but there was at least those 3 colors.
Yep.
And it looked really interesting. But now I'm waiting for ML3.
Ah, nice. And which ML3 did you choose?
The traditional with the satin blue.
Yep. Awesome.
With the maple neck.
I have no problem with humbuckers in a Tele, but I think that every guitarist should at least try like a Stratocaster, a Telecaster, and a Les Paul, and like a PRS, and then then go from there, and maybe even try like owning like at least a Stratocaster and a humbucker guitar, and so you know the completely different sounds of the spectrum. And so I think that like maybe it's a cool idea to check out those. There's Paris. Fantastic.
Yep.
So we're over in Paris now. And Caesar's
and Rome.
Palace. That's right, Rome on the other side. And just near that, the giant water fountains of the Bellagio. 15 minutes there'll be the waterfall, but no one got time for that. But that's okay. Caesar's Palace, waterfall. But yeah, that's awesome. Oh look, I'm sure that when you do get the ML3, it'll be an awesome guitar. I'm really jealous because I love blue, so I've always wanted a blue guitar. I've never had one before.
I'm almost all my guitars have always been red.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
My ML1 is the first non-red guitar that I'd ever had, and even my wife says I have too many red guitars. So.
Do they make the ML1 in red, or is that only the ML2?
I don't know if they make the ML1 in red.
Maybe that's why you didn't get it. Because you probably would have got.
Well, I told Ryan I wanted black.
Yeah.
I said if there's a black one, bring it to me.
Cool.
So.
It's so much more interesting, like the trans black, than just like black, just satin black.
You know what's strange about it is that in some lights it almost looks green.
Oh.
It does.
That's interesting. Okay. And so, speaking of guitar and guitar-related products, if you could have any guitar in the world, what would it be and why?
58 Les Paul Burst.
Nice. Well, let's just check with the shade anyway. So you've said a 58 Les Paul before the camera died.
Yeah, 58 Les Paul Burst.
And why?
And why?
Yeah.
Because Jimmy Page played one, and when I was a kid,
yeah,
I wanted to be Jimmy Page so
awesome.
bad,
yeah,
it hurt.
Have you seen that Jimmy Page, The Edge?
Yes.
Oh, how good's that?
Oh.
Yeah, I love that.
I loved that movie.
It was
what was
really
it
cool.
called? It Might Get Loud.
It Might Get Loud. Yeah, that was it.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really good.
And Jack White.
Yeah, he was interesting.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's a really interesting character.
And I'll tell you what, I never really listened to the White Stripes much until I saw that.
Oh, cool.
And then I became a huge fan.
Yeah. He's like he plays the blues all day long, and it's very very interesting.
It's raw too.
Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. Very raw. So we're in Hard Rock Cafe. Very cool. So we're in Vegas, and you live in Vegas. So what sort of things would you do in Vegas? There's MGM.
Yeah, there's the MGM down there.
Yeah.
The things that I like to do, the shows here are outstanding. And when I say shows, I don't mean like the Broadway type shows. I mean like the concert shows.
Oh, okay.
Usually we get some really good bands come through here.
Where do they play?
The MGM or the Mandalay Bay.
Sure.
The Hard Rock.
Yep.
Hey, right there.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, cool.
Yeah, that, as a local, this part of Vegas that you're seeing right now,
yeah,
is really something that we don't come to very often.
Sure.
This is
super touristy.
This is for the tourists.
Yeah, gotcha.
And what's on the other side of these buildings is for us.
It's so funny to think of it that way. because all of this is so exciting to me, but I could definitely see how after a while it would almost be like too loud. You know, like too much going on.
There is a lot of really cool things to see here,
Yeah.
and as someone who lives here, we still come and look at a lot of the new stuff that comes
that's cool.
out, or some of the restaurants that are here on the Strip are amazing.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we pretty much, at least my family and most of the people I know who live here, don't really come down here to the Strip very often.
And so what sort of stuff would you not do? Or what sort of, is there anything that you've heard that you wouldn't go to? It's too expensive, or it's not as great as like the hype would make you believe?
Not really, but
No?
you're not going to like my answer of what not to do. Don't gamble. Kids, don't gamble.
Don't gamble. Or if you do gamble, maybe play with candy instead of...
Well, if
Instead
you
of
do
money.
gamble, play the games that you have half a shot at winning, like blackjack.
Okay.
Don't play video poker. Don't play
Yeah.
slot machines.
Yeah.
And definitely don't play roulette.
Yeah. There's a reason why all of these things are so big.
Yeah, the house
This
wins.
is the amount of money.
Now look up there.
Yeah.
Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
Oh, yeah.
That's from Forrest Gump, the movie.
Oh, really?
Now, we took, actually my daughter-in-law and my son took
Yeah.
my wife there for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And, that was, if you come to Vegas, eat at Bubba Gump Shrimp
Bubba
Company.
Gump
That is a
Shrimp.
very, very nice restaurant.
And I mean, it's so handy. It's just next door to Paris.
And look, there's a tattoo parlor below it.
Oh.
So you can have Bubba Gump Shrimp.
Get a
and then
tattoo.
Get a tattoo.
And then apparently see Britney Spears all in the same...
Yeah. And then maybe climb to the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
There you go. Sounds like a nice evening to me.
It's I just can't get over it. Like, there's just so many things to do all the time, and at night everything just looks completely different, and everything's
Yes.
lit up, and it just I'll have to show photos because it just looks I don't know, there's no way to describe it. There's just so much going on, and you have to constantly move your eyes everywhere because there's so much to look at all the time.
It's definitely beautiful.
And if you could go on a holiday anywhere, where would you go and why? In America, and yes, this can be a selfish holiday.
A selfish holiday.
Yeah.
Actually, lately I've been thinking about going to Nashville.
And why? I
Just-
think I know the reason, but why would you go to Nashville?
Just the history.
Yeah,
Just the history. Just standing in the streets.
yeah,
That would be enough for me,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah. I feel the same way about New Orleans.
Yeah, New
Yeah.
Orleans is
Yeah.
another place that would be nice to see, but for me right now, Nashville is at the top
Okay.
of my list.
It's unfortunate that I don't get to see New York this time, so definitely, because I'm really only staying on this coast. But next time, I'd love to go to New York for all the jazz clubs and the Broadway shows.
Oh,
and
definitely. You can
that's
get some
awesome.
tickets from Sam
From what?
Peach.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah.
think of that. Yeah, nice. I was like, is this like a booking agency I haven't heard of
no,
before?
no.
I forgot, because I don't know, his last name, it always just like, I don't know, it always sounds like a...
Like a
not like a
stage name?
Yeah, I was going to say like a
I don't know if
celebrity,
it's
but
a stage name or
maybe
not,
it
but
is a
that's what we
stage
call
name.
him.
Ah, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, very good. Well, thank you again for being in this interview. It was a lot
you're
of
welcome.
fun, and thank you so much for having like the day off to show us all around Vegas. Take us out to Burgers.
Yeah, we did. What was it
What
called?
was it,
Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
Yeah,
That was good. They
My
were
first-
really friendly.
that was my first time there as well.
That was very tasty, and they were really nice.
Yeah.
They were nice people.
Very good.
Even just the size of like Caesar's Palace, like it's just huge. Looks like it's on the like set of like a movie or something.
Yep.
So this is when you know that the house always wins.
Pretty much. They keep building more towers, so
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's not like, people's wallets are going to dry up at any time soon.
recession-proof, I guess, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's pretty interesting. But we'll just keep going on for hours. So thanks for tuning in. I've been Pat, and this has been David, and it's been awesome to have like a cool look into what it's like to live in Vegas. And we'll
I'm just glad that we were able to take the time and get together while you were
it's
here.
so good that it worked out that you had the
Yeah.
time off, man. Yeah.
All All right.
But that's been it. We'll see you guys again.
See ya.